Have you ever noticed that the quietest people are often the most powerful ones in the best way possible? While the world chases applause, followers, and validation, there are those who walk alone and somehow become stronger every day. But be careful. Those who have few or no friends might be hiding something that most people don't understand: a free mind, a selective soul, and an inner strength that doesn't depend on anyone. Today you'll discover the 5 traits that define people who live peacefully in their solitude, and by the end, you might realize that being friendless was never a flaw, but a sign of wisdom. We live in an age where people's value seems to be measured in numbers, likes, followers, and views. Society has convinced us that popularity equals success, and that loneliness is something to be avoided at all costs. But the ancient Stoics thought differently. For them, being alone didn't mean being empty. It meant being full of oneself. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Withdraw into yourself. The virtuous man finds refuge in his own soul." Seneca reminded us that nothing is freer than the person who is self-sufficient. And Epictetus taught that the only approval that matters is the approval of your own conscience. True strength doesn't come from being admired. It comes from being whole, even when no one is watching. Now let's explore the 5 traits that most people with few or no close friends share, and how these traits reveal a mature, authentic, and resilient mind. Each one of them can be practiced, starting today. Trait 1. Authenticity. In a world where almost everyone wears masks to fit in, people with few friends have chosen a different path, the path of truth. They don't fake their personality to belong, nor bend their opinions to please others. They are authentic, even when it costs them applause. Many mistake solitude for social weakness, but in reality, it's an act of courage. Those who choose authenticity inevitably lose the false and attract the real. Authenticity means having an internal compass that can't be bought by compliments or bent by trends. These people have a sincere relationship with their conscience. If a friendship demands that they betray their values, it's the friendship that must end, not their integrity. It's not arrogance, it's self-respect. It's the courage to say no when everyone else says yes, and to stand by your truth even in silence. In everyday life, authenticity shows up in small moments. It's the coworker who refuses gossip, even if it costs popularity. It's the woman who says no to things that don't align with her principles. It's the man who studies on Friday night instead of partying because he knows what he's building. Authenticity doesn't create crowds. It creates alignment between your heart and your actions. Trait 2. Independence. People with few friends often have a deep sense of inner strength that makes them self-reliant. They don't depend on others to feel complete, nor need constant attention to feel seen. They have discovered something rare, the freedom of not needing. While many fear being alone, these people have turned solitude into a space of self-mastery. Seneca said, "He who is content with himself is truly rich." And these people are indeed rich, not in possessions, but in presence. Independence doesn't mean isolation. It means maturity. It's the ability to make decisions without needing approval, to accept mistakes without shifting blame, to organize life without waiting for rescue. In daily life, independence means managing your time, your money, your energy. It means learning skills that free you from dependence. It's choosing to talk to someone out of joy, not out of fear. Those who are independent choose friendship from connection, not from need, and that's why their bonds are pure. Trait 3. Selectivity. Having few friends isn't a sign of arrogance, it's a sign of emotional intelligence. Those who choose carefully who they let into their lives understand that energy is sacred and shouldn't be shared with just anyone. They don't seek friendships to fill a void, but to share abundance. They prefer depth over quantity. Selective people know when a conversation isn't nourishing, when someone's energy drains them, and when it's time to walk away gracefully. They understand that true connections rest on 3 pillars: admiration, respect, and safety. If one of them breaks, the whole structure collapses. Think of a master chef choosing ingredients. He doesn't fill his basket with whatever's available. He selects only the best for his dish. Selective people act the same way with relationships. Fewer ingredients, higher quality. It's not about building walls, it's about building gates. Those who respect your peace can enter. Those who don't, leave without drama. Trait 4. Introspection. One of the most fascinating qualities of people with few friends is their ability to look within. Instead of seeking answers in the world's noise, they dive into silence. They've learned to listen to their own thoughts, to understand their emotions, and to transform solitude into wisdom. Marcus Aurelius viewed introspection as a sacred daily ritual, to review the day, recognize one's intentions, and make quiet corrections. Introspection isn't escapism, it's investigation. It's asking why until you reach a truth that isn't based on anyone's opinion. It's turning guilt into responsibility, anxiety into preparation, and anger into clarity. Those who cultivate their inner world react less and reflect more. They don't chase every distraction because they've learned to tell the difference between noise and signal. In practice, introspection might mean 10 minutes of silence. No screens, no noise, just writing down what you feel and think. It's walking in nature and observing your breath. It's asking yourself, what's really within my control right now? That simple Stoic question separates what belongs to the world from what belongs to you. What's the world's? Let it go. What's yours? Work on it with care. Trait 5. Growth. Finally, what truly connects all of these people is their commitment to constant growth. Solitude, when understood correctly, becomes a fertile ground for transformation. Seneca said, "Difficulty awakens virtue." And solitude, though challenging, is one of the greatest teachers. Growth means treating silence as a classroom. It's studying without urgency, training without an audience, and building habits quietly. It's understanding that life has cycles, some for planting, some for harvest. Those who embrace solitude learn to handle the invisible phase with grace. When results come, they come solid because they were built from within. And there's one trait that runs through all the others: peace. Those who live comfortably with solitude often carry a serenity that doesn't depend on full schedules or noisy company. Peace is born from alignment between what you value, what you decide, and what you do. When you live according to your principles, the need to prove yourself disappears. Ironically, that's when you become most magnetic, not because you seek attention, but because your calm presence speaks louder than words. If you've made it this far, that already says a lot about you. Maybe you saw yourself in some of these traits, or thought of someone who lives this way. But remember, being alone isn't a punishment. It's an invitation to meet yourself. You belong to a rare group of people who choose depth over distraction, peace over popularity, truth over noise. Share this message with someone who needs it. Sometimes one reflection can be the bridge to someone's awakening. And if this message resonated with you, like the video and subscribe to Stoic Spring. Here we cultivate the habit of caring for your inner peace and growing in emotional maturity, one quiet step at a time. Take a deep breath, look within, and remember, the truest friendship begins with yourself.